Out here in one of the last truly wild places on Earth, the line between predator and prey. It's razor thin. One wrong move, 1 second too slow, and your dinner. Welcome to Botswana, the untamed heart of southern Africa. A land carved by time, but untouched by it. Picture endless golden grasslands, scattered acacia trees, steamy swamps, and searing desert, all woven into one raw masterpiece. This is nature's arena. No scripts, no mercy, just the primal law of survival. Out here you hunt, or you get hunted. And the game, it's always on. Now, meet the most relentless hunters on the continent, African wild dogs. They're built for the chase. With lean, muscular frames, mottled coats like wild brush strokes of black, yellow, and white, no two are the same. Their oversized radar dish ears don't just give them a look. They give them superpowered hearing, tuning into the faintest rustle across the plains. Long legs, strong lungs. These dogs don't sprint. They outlast. And when they move as one. No barks, no howls, just instinct. Pure, silent coordination. They don't just hunt, they dominate. With a success rate of over 80%. They're nature's most efficient takedown team. Target locked. The impala. Graceful, alert, fast as lightning. Impalas are the perfect prey, agile, sleek, and just the right size to chase without risking injury. The males sport majestic crescent-shaped horns, symbols of strength, but no match for the pack. They move in rhythm heads, high ears, twitching, but they don't know death is already closing in. The hunt begins. No growls, no warning. Just the eyes of the alpha, and the pack knows what to do. Like ghosts in the grass, they fan out, each member in position. A net tightening. Then boom, explosion. The chase ignites. The impalas scatter, but there's no escape. In mere minutes, it's over. The grass falls silent. One impala lies still, its story ended in seconds. Out here, life ends not with a roar, but with a whisper. Not all creatures run across the plains. High above, in the tangled canopy of acacia trees, another survivor moves. The Vervet monkey. With sleek silver-gray fur and sharp black faces framed in white, these agile climbers are nature's scouts. They're not on any wild dog's menu. Too quick, too high, too clever. But that doesn't mean they relax. Out here, even a moment's distraction can be your last. They live by sight, sound, and smarts. Always watching, always warning. Survival through unity brains and vigilance. Back on the ground, the pack isn't done. The chase may be over, but the real mission has just begun. Raising the next generation of hunters. It starts with a fight. Males battle fiercely for the right to mate, teeth-bared snarls echoing through the brush. Once bonded, the female carries new life for about 70 days. And when the pups are born, the whole pack steps in. This isn't just parenting. It's a tribe, a communal army of care. Mothers nurse, others guard. Some bring back food, and all of them teach. The pups, tiny, fuzzy, full of wonder, are the future of the pack. But out here, being young doesn't mean being safe. To a waiting leopard or a circling hyena, they're not pups, they're prey. Each small life is a fragile miracle, and every day alive is a battle won. In Botswana's wild kingdom, the circle never stops. Hunt, raise, protect, repeat. Oost when the wild seems predictable. Nature throws in a wild card. Low to the ground, stocky, scruffy, not fast, not flashy, but built like a tank, wrapped in fur. Meet the honey badger, the most fearless animal in Africa. With coarse two-toned fur and skin thick enough to shrug off fangs and stings, this little brawler isn't here to run. He's alone. He's outnumbered. But he does not care. Fear, that word, doesn't exist in his dictionary. From the grass, the pack appears. Wild dogs trained killers twice his size, 5 times his number. They circle, snarling, closing in like shadows. But the badger, he doesn't flinch. He stands. He growls deep and guttural, a sound that says, "You don't want this smoke." Then he charges, not away, toward them, claws flashing, teeth bared, eyes blazing. The dogs hesitate. One wrong bite, and they know they're the ones at risk. In a matter of moments, the momentum shifts. The pack breaks formation, retreats. In the African, wild power doesn't always come from muscle. Sometimes it's all about attitude. This little warrior walks away, tail up, head high, a reminder to the world, bravery beats size. If wild dogs are a team, then this one's a one-man army. The leopard, sleek, silent, deadly, a ghost in the bush, a blur in the grass. She doesn't chase, she stalks, each step calculated, each breath timed, each kill a lightning strike from nowhere. No pack, no backup, just stealth muscle and eyes that see through shadows. But even killers have softer sides. For the female leopard, motherhood begins in blood not hers, but the blood she fights for every single day. After fierce courtship battles and a short pairing, she carries life for about 3.5 months. And when the cubs arrive, tiny, blind, fragile, she becomes the ultimate solo guardian. She hunts for 2. She hides for 2. She risks everything for 2. And as they grow, so does the hunger. Bigger cubs mean bigger meals, and that means bigger risks. Today, the hunger pushes her too close to danger. She sees it, a wild dog pup lagging behind the pack, vulnerable, distracted. She crouches, breath steady, eyes locked, then strike. A blur of golden fury bursts from the grass. But wild dogs don't leave their own behind. The pack reacts like lightning. A wall of fur and fury rushes in. She's surrounded, outnumbered. Snarls rip the air. Fangs flash. This is no longer a hunt, it's survival. With a snarl of frustration, she retreats, pride-dented belly empty. In the wild, the strongest don't always win, and even the sharpest claws can't fight a storm. She vanishes into the underbrush shadows closing behind her. The pup is saved. The pack howls in triumph. But tomorrow, it could be different. BC has its own wild stories. On the wind-swept coast of southern Africa, thousands of Cape Fur seals crowd the jagged rocks. A living, breathing, barking metropolis. Mothers give birth on stone. Newborn pups, slick shaking, barely alive, cry out. But in a crowd this big, how do you find your own? Each mother knows her pup's unique voice, a call buried in the noise, a signal across the chaos. This bond, it's their lifeline. When the tide rolls in, mothers head out chasing sardines, anchovies, squid. They'll be gone for hours. The pups wait alone, but the coast isn't quiet after dark. A shadow emerges, low, silent, deadly, the brown hyena. She smells blood, she hears the cries, and she knows the mothers are away. One step at a time, she slips between the rocks. No rush, just hunger. Then a strike. A pup screams once, then silence. No mercy, no warning, just instinct. But the night has more eyes. 3 jackals, black-backed and hungry, step out from the brush. They've caught the scent. They want in. The hyena freezes. The air is thick. No growls, no fight, just a silent stare down. After a long moment, the jackals back off. Tonight, the hyena wins. But this coast keeps no promises. Not every creature in Africa fights with fangs. Some just endure. They don't waddle on ice. They thrive in sun and surf diving like torpedoes off the southern coast. Built for water, not snow. Black and white suits, pink-rimmed eyes, and a sharp bark that's earned them the nickname jackass penguins. They mate for life. They nest in sand, under rocks or bushes. And both parents care for their young, fighting off gulls' heat and hunger. But pollution, overfishing, and warming seas are closing in. Their numbers are dropping fast. Yet every sunrise they march to the sea together. Beneath the waves, the ocean has a king, the great white. Over 6 meters long, nearly 2 tons, all muscle, all menace. Eyes like ink, teeth in rows, always growing, a ways replacing. He doesn't chase, he waits, he watches. One flick of the tail and a seal never sees it coming. He senses the electric pulses of hidden prey, even beneath sand. He is silence. He is power. He is patience. Not every killer has claws. Some clean up the mess. The marabou stork isn't beautiful, but he's essential. Bald head, huge beak, wings like blankets over 3 meters wide. He doesn't hunt. He waits for the end, then makes it disappear. A silent custodian of the savannah, the undertaker of the wild. In a land of survival, one bird chooses elegance, the crowned crane. Tall, slender, regal, with a golden crown of feathers and a dancer's grace. They move like royalty, mate for life. And when the season comes, they don't fight. They dance, leaping, bowing wings wide in rhythm. Not for show, for love, for bonding. In a wild world, they are living poetry. From the mightiest hunters to the tiniest prey, every creature out here fights its own battle. Every single day. Some chase, some hide, some endure, but all survive in their own way. In the wilds of Botswana, life never pauses. It spins like a wheel life, and death, hope, and loss side by side. There are no heroes here, no villains, only instinct, only the will to live. And every growl, every heartbeat, every breath taken under the sun or moon becomes a note in the greatest story ever written, the symphony of life. Even if, just for a fleeting moment, each act matters, each choice echoes. You've just stepped into one of the most brutal, breathtaking journeys nature has to offer. If you want more raw, real, and wild stories like this, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and join us for the next untamed chapter in the Wildlife Documentary Hub.